Hey guys, it's Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to talk about some of the best roles for young performers in musical theater. All right, let's get started. First off, Billy Elliot. I think this is one of the most challenging roles in musical theater for a young boy. You have to be a triple threat in singing, dancing, and acting. You have to have so much ballet technique to earn this role. You have to have huge vocals, and it's very demanding with acting. They usually have a rotating cast, like they cast several Billy Elliots at one time because the role is so demanding. I know that the 3 boys that were originally cast for the original Broadway production all won Tonys that year because of their performances. So it's a great role. I love it. I love that show. Annie. I think Annie is one of the most notable roles for a young girl in theater. I was lucky enough to play Annie when I was 11 for a company, and it is a hugely vocally demanding role for such a young girl. I think Annie, we all know, it's just got that huge belt range. All the songs are in that very, very upper register, and you've got to belt them out. You're on stage most of the show. You've got to deal with a dog. It's always hard to deal with animals on stage. Lots of dialogue, lots of characterization. So Annie is a tough role for a young girl. Dear Evan Hansen. Now, I know this is supposed to be a high school boy. I know Ben Platt played him when he was in his mid-20s, but huge vocals. He is on stage most of the show. It's a dark subject matter, deals with death and suicide, so it's not this light fluffy show you can just kind of play with. You've got to be very focused the entire show. It's a very mentally taxing show to do night after night, but it's a great role. Tap Dance Kid. There's another one. You've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be almost this tap prodigy. That's kind of what the show revolves around, this kid that really just wants to tap. And have huge vocals and be an actor. Alfonso Ribeiro created this role on Broadway, but Savion Glover took over, and that's where he got his huge start in his career. And I would definitely say Savion Glover is a tap prodigy. All right, Legally Blonde. I love this role, Elle Woods. It's such a high octane role. It's just enormously energetic. The role kind of starts here and it just gets bigger and bigger throughout the show. Huge vocals. You've just got to have such stamina to be Elle Woods. And so I would say for a young female that Elle Woods is probably one of the most difficult and challenging roles you can take on for your career. And Spring Awakening, pretty much the whole cast is nothing but young, teenagers, young adults. And Melchior and Wendla, the 2 leads that was made famous by Jonathan Groff and Leah Michelle, definitely are challenging, huge vocal roles. The whole show deals with like sexuality and abuse and kind of coming of age and finding your way. It too is a very dark show. I know in a recent documentary, Leah Michelle said she finally had to quit the show because it was so physically and mentally taxing on her when she left it. So if you're lucky enough to be cast in any of these roles, and sort of the weight of the show is on your shoulders, you've got to take care of your vocal health, your physical health. Everyone's sort of depending on you, the cast, the director, and it's an enormous responsibility. If you're successful with it, great. Then you kind of feel like, wow, I really challenged myself and maybe there's nothing I can't do, which, that's awesome. But also don't walk away with it thinking, well, then, that's really the only kind of thing that should be coming to me now, or these, great lead roles, because that's not true. Because in this business, you can be up and then you can be down, and, you might not get anything for a while, or, if you're cast in another show, it might be ensemble or featured role or supporting role. I mean, that's how this business is. And so, take whatever you can. That's the way show business goes. So anyway, I hope you liked that. Subscribe to my channel, check out all my other videos, and I'll see you in the next.